right, Eric, I see you've been messing around with the homepage and stuff. So here's how you would do it, right? So you can leave this Printful app here for now, and then use their images and such, like for your graphics. So you can go through the whole process of putting your logo on a shirt, and then using their people, whatever, for the view. Like so, say for instance, I wanted to use this guy, right, as one of the products that I'm gonna print, but not use Printful, and I'm going to send it to Dustin or another graphic person. So you can grab this image, right? And if you're using Illustrator, you can do a screenshot, like, and capture it, and then you can go into Illustrator and paste it, and then save it as a JPEG. So I think you could do print screen on your PC if you have a PC. If you have a Mac, it's Control Option 3 or 4 or whatever. But you can copy it that way, or if you get the image and you're able to download it, you can upload them. So let's say, for instance, I have my image, right? I'm going to go ahead and use this image. Let me launch my little program here. Hold on. All right, so check it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and start my new document here. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Like, say I want this to be my T-shirt. I like these JPEGs. When you upload them into WordPress, it creates a web format. Into Shopify, it creates a web format. So let's just go to your video here. I'm going to call this T-shirt, and you might want to get in the habit of calling these by their names, right? T-shirt, Faded Revival, and then whatever that, whatever you want to call it. T-shirt, Faded Revival, black or blue or whatever, right? So I'll say black. And hit save. So now I got a JPEG of it, right? And now I want to add it to my store. So I go over into my store here, and I want to put it under, here, let me just make this bigger. So I want to put it under men's, and then men's T-shirts, right? So that it comes up. If I click on men's T-shirts, that I'll see it here, right? So it looks like you're still using the Printful thing, which is fine. So let's go ahead and go into the admin, and I want to add it as a product. So I click on products, right? And so you can copy those, but just go ahead and add. You don't want to copy any of those because they're Printful. So you click on add product, okay? And then I'm going to call this Faded Revival. Or you probably want to start with T-shirt because that's how people search. Faded Revival Black, whatever, right? And then here you can put in whatever description you want. My cool description, the size, all the other crap that's on there from Printful if you want. You can bold this stuff. You can make the options bigger. So say you want this a bigger thing. If you're going to do this for search engine stuff, this thing's called like an H1 tag, which is a heading. So if you make another heading for this thing, like say this is military T-shirt, right? So you'd probably want to highlight this and make it an H2 tag, right? And so what this does is, here, let me do that again. What this does is it tells the search engines, hey, this is important, then this is the next important thing, and then you can just start typing text, which is the next important thing. So over here, you have draft, and then you have active. So you can work on these products and then not have them active until you're ready to sell them. So I'm going to just make it active just for the hell of it, okay? It's going to sell in my online store. The product type, I'm going to put in T-shirt here. And it's good to do this because Google will start picking this stuff up. The vendor, you could say Faded Revival. Here it already comes up if I start typing. And then the collections is the category where you want it. So I want to put it in men's, so I'll type in men, and then it'll give me all the men's stuff. So here's men's, and then here's men's T-shirts. Well, I want to have another one called, men's military t-shirts. So all you do is you go over the collections and you add the collection, and then you're gonna have to come back into the product and then assign it in here, okay? So, or you can add the profit there. So now I've got this image I want to upload, right? So I have one image for the t-shirt, and let's just go and find, I think I threw it in there. Yeah, it's a t-shirt, right? So now I've got the main image. This is going to be the main image that people see. And then if I want to have more images, so let me see if I have any other ones in here. I think I do. I'm going to use hoodie, and I'm going to upload women's. I don't know what that is. Let me see. Yeah, whatever. So let me just grab those two. Watch. So now there's this dude, right? Will show up first, and then there'll be that guy, and then there'll be that one, right? Or if I want this guy to be the main image, I could just grab them, drag them, and then they swap automatically. Okay. So down here, you also want to use these tags, right? So if this is a military T-shirt, you can do military T-shirt, first responders, whatever you want to call this, right? So these tags help also with search engine stuff. So T-shirt, all right. So you've done all that, and then you can put, men's and whatever else you want to put it, right? So now we're going down, and we're going to select the theme template. So don't worry about this stuff; just leave it as it is, okay? So the price, I want this to be $19.95, or I'm going to say it's. Let me see. To show reduced price, move the product's original price into compare. So say, for instance, I wanted to show this is on sale. I would put this as $29.95 and then leave this as $19.95 here. And then if I wanted to really track costs and stuff, I know this t-shirt's going to cost me $8 with printing and stuff. You can start seeing your margin and your profit, which is kind of cool. And then you're going to want to charge tax on the product, okay? Next thing you're going to have is you have inventory managed by. So you see how Printful? So if this was a Printful one, it's being fulfilled and the inventory and everything, Printful would be selected. So if you go into those other products, you'll see them. So we're going to leave Shopify selected. And then I don't have a SKU number, but I'm just going to make one up, for me. Barcode, you don't really need it, but it's good if you're going to start doing Google stuff later. So you could probably make your own barcode, but leave that blank for now and leave the SKU. Track quantity. So if you want to track the quantity, say you only got 100 in stock, you just scroll down here, put 100, right? Now, continue selling when out of stock. So say, for instance, you're always going to have these in, but there's in the middle of shipments and stuff. So you could select that. That way it'll track the quantity, but it's still going to sell it when it's out of stock. Or if you don't ever want to track quantity, you can just turn it off and then you always have the shirts, okay? It is a physical product. And then you're going to want to put the weight in. Most shirts are about a pound. So I just stick that in there like that. And what will happen is the shipping, which is USPS that's built into Shopify, will pull its rates. Okay, so variants. Well, say I have faded t-shirt faded revival black, but say for instance, I just want to call this faded revival and then offer multiple colors. So I can come down here and click on this variance thing, right? And then the sizes I'm going to want to put in. So I got small, and then you hit enter. Medium, and you hit enter. Large, and you hit enter. Extra large, right? And you hit enter. So Printful does all this stuff for you. Add another option. I want to add the color. So I got colors. It automatically fills it in because there's a lot of colors, options that people use all the time. So I'm going to call it black, blue, navy blue, right? So now I got those. And then if I want to add another option like the material, I can say that it's, cotton. Or I can choose wool or whatever, right? So you're not going to want to do that. Now, the only thing with Shopify is it only allows you 3 options. So if you're trying to add a bunch of these, you're going to need an app in order to extend it. There's one called Infinite Options app, which you can do. It's free. It's by Hulk Apps, and it lets you do a bunch of stuff. So if you need to do that, you can go on the App Store, apps.shopify.com, and you can look up the Hulk Apps. And then install that. It's pretty simple. You can contact us, and then we'll go ahead and get it installed for you. So if you notice, I created all these guys up here, right? I'm going to get rid of material because that's kind of stupid. But you can just say it's cotton inside the example. So now if you look down here, each of these, right, small black is going to have its own SKU number. It has its own price. It has its own inventory. Well, you don't have any. If you're tracking inventory, you need to put an inventory for everything that you have. So, for instance, the small blue is $19.95, right? And then my quantity, maybe I only have 50 of this, and I got 60 of this, and I got 100 of this guy. But this one, medium black, I want it to be 21.95 because it's medium size, right? And so the original will show, and then it'll cross out and show this, and then this 22.95, right? 22. 22 and extra large is 23, right? 95. So you can control each size level, right? And I'll put 23 here. And notice how it gives me extra large blue, extra large black, extra large navy blue. So you got to do it for each one. So if you don't track inventory, you don't have to worry about this. But if you don't have the inventory on hand, then you're SOL, right? So I'll put like 5 there and put 10. I'll just put 10 for the rest of them here. I'll show you. 10, 10. So each has its own SKU as well, okay? So it has to do that because it's its own stock keeping unit. And then down here, you can control what actually shows on the search engines, right? So T-shirt faded revival, you can add more stuff to this if you want. This will be the thing that shows up in the search engines. Put a little minus sign and put military discounts or whatever, right? Whatever you wanted to put there. So military. And then you can explain what it is. So if you don't put anything in there, it's going to grab the default description that's in the top up there. So military T-shirt by Faded, and then I'll disable this product just so, right? And so down here it says URL handle. So you can see this is the actual URL, fadedrevival.com products T-shirt Faded Revival. So when you do these, they say this is a military shirt, you'd probably want to have -military, right? So now I'm finished with everything I've added on here. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So now this product is available, okay? It is available on the store. It's available under men's T-shirts because I selected those collections. So now I could either go preview and look at the actual product itself, and it gives me a little preview. And there it is, T-shirt, Faded Revival, really blurry, right? Here's all the options. So if you look at this, watch, small is $19.95, watch, medium, $21.95, and there's the cutout price, $29.95. Large, extra large. See that? Then you got this size guide thing. It's annoying. This size guide, we don't have any info for that. So if you wanted to put something there, we could, but we should probably just disable that thing, which I'm gonna do, and make your life a little easier. But if you look down here, I've got black, blue, and then this color, right? So what's really cool about this is that this particular theme, if you name it certain things, it has these swatches already. So if you needed to like change these out, you need to name it the same thing to upload them in there, which is kind of pain in the ass, but whatever. So here's my quantity, right? So if I look at this, so this says many in stock, right? So if I go to extra large, let me see, blue, extra large. Let me change that to like 1. I'll change the navy blue to 1. You can edit these, go back into them, and you can edit each one. So I'm going to change the quantity to 1, save. So that's for the navy blue extra large. So I'll refresh the page, or I won't. I'll go back to the product, and then I'll preview it. And then I'll go extra large, let's see what it does. And then navy blue. So it gives you this default many in stock because it has 1. So that was the way. I could set this up where it shows low stock or out of stock or whatever. So if it is out of stock, it's going to cross this thing out and not allow you to order it. Okay. So from there, you can actually, agree to terms. And I don't think there's any terms that are on here. Let me see. Yeah, so you can't even click it to see what the terms are. I might have to turn that off too. I'm going to turn off the sale thing too over here. This is annoying. All right, but that's it. That's basically it. So if I go to men's and I click on men's, right, the product is going to be under men's. So here he is, right? Quick tab. And then if I go to men's T-shirts, he's here too. Okay? T-shirt, Faded Revival. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and remove that, or actually deactivate it so you can look at it. Okay? So I'll go back in here, and then I'll select draft. And once I select draft, I'll select save. And that's it. And that's the way you do it for the rest of your products and your collections and things. So if you wanted to add more stuff up here, like you wanted to add more drop downs, like women's leggings or whatever. So you first have to add a collection to make sure you have the collection. If you already have a collection, you could add it to the navigation. So I don't have women's leggings in here, right? So say I wanted to have women's leggings, right? So I'll just I'll make a new one. I can just go to create collection again, right? And I'm going to say women's leggings. And in our previous videos, I did the same thing. You want to make it manual. I don't have any products to put on there yet. And I'll just say save, because I'm just interested in adding this women's leggings and then adding it to the navigation menu. So now I go over to online store, and then I find navigation, and I'm going to put it in the header, which is the main menu. Okay. And then I want to put it underneath women's. So I can, since this already has drop downs, which is kind of cool, you can just click this little arrow, and then you scroll down to the bottom of women's, and then you can just add right directly to the women's. So I could type in here leggings, and it's going to give me collections, and then I select women's leggings, and I say add, but I want it to be up by the hoodie, so I just grab it and drag it, and that's it, and then select save. So now if I go to the front end of the website and I refresh, I go under women's, and now you'll see leggings. Okay, I'm going to take that out of there as well. So I'm going to delete it from here, but it's still going to be a collection, right? So it's still in the collections. I just took it out of the navigation menu. I'm going to go ahead and save, and that's it.